We are the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twin power activate. Welcome to the neighborhood.
God says that we should love our neighbor. Indeed, this is certainly so. But who are these that we should care for? Where do we find them? Where do we go? Is neighbor one who lives near you, someone you play with each day? Your neighbor lives beside you, it's true, but neighbors described in many ways. Neighbors are folks we see and meet. They are people we don't even know. They are all whom we are called to seek and share God's love so God's family grows. How can we love our neighbors? What are the things we can do? It could be a smile that we share, or listening closely with hearts so true. In our lives, let's find more ways and care for all the people we meet. For it makes God's heart soar like a dove when we serve others with our hands and our feet.
I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alert, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic.
Go.
All right, for our first episode of the Wonder Twins neighborhood, we want to tackle the emotion that you may feel from time to time that looks like this. The eyebrows pinched together, your voice may get a little growly, it may feel like your head is hot, your face is hot, you start to have the sweaty palms, and you know it, all right? It is that feeling of being angry. Yeah, it didn't go the way you wanted it to, and you are not happy about it. So what do you do when you feel anger? Well, we want to think about two great stories to give us some good ideas today about what to do whenever you're angry. So the first story is about a grumpy monkey. So let's change hats. Here's our grumpy monkey, and he woke up grumpy. You know, sometimes you do, and somebody says, you got up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, that was kind of grumpy monkey's day. This great book is by Susan. So this grumpy monkey story is about monkey getting up in the morning and just kind of waking up on the wrong side of the bed. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Ugh. And so this little monkey's confused and he can't figure out what's going on. And so his friend Norm says, maybe you're grumpy. No, I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. All right. He walks out and meets Marabou and says, Norm tells Marabou, Jim's grumpy. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asks Marabou. Such a wonderful day. Grumpy, Jim says. I'm not grumpy. And everywhere he goes, he gets angrier and angrier because he's grumpy and he just doesn't know why. Right? His eyebrows bunch. The muscles in the back of his neck are bunched. He looks happy here, but he doesn't feel happy inside. He doesn't feel like singing. He doesn't feel like swinging. He doesn't feel like walking with the peacocks or rolling with the zebras. He doesn't feel like stomping his feet. He doesn't feel like jumping up and down or sitting in the sun. He says, I'm not grumpy! But of course, he knows he really is at that point. And he feels a little sad, which happens after anger, right? And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman. And Norman was slumped. And Norman's eyebrows were bunched up. And he was frowning. What's the matter? Asked Chimpanzee. Are you grumpy? No, he says, I danced with Porcupine. So he pulls the quill out and he's got these band-aids all over his bum. And he says, Jim asks him, are you okay? It hurts, says Norman, but I'll probably feel better soon enough. And Norman asks, are you still grumpy? Oh, yes, said Jim. I'll probably feel better soon enough, too. For now, I need to be grumpy. It's a wonderful day to be grumpy, said Norman, and Jim agreed. And so he already felt a little bit better. When you make space for the feelings that you have, you already feel a little bit better, right? It's okay. It's normal. It happens. We don't like it. We don't look forward to being angry, but it happens, and it's okay when it does. We just have to know what to do where nobody gets hurt and nothing gets broken. And when we say nobody gets hurt, we mean not even ourselves. So, this good book Mr. Stephen and I were enjoying is about Allie all along. And Allie has some great strategies for what to do whenever she breaks her crayon and it makes her really, really angry. She gets so angry, she turns into like a monster. And her brother helps her as she stomps and smashes and crashes and threw a tantrum and a fuss and a fit. Her brother gives her a pillow to punch on. And that helps a little bit. She doesn't break other things. She just punches on that pillow, and that gets the worst of the anger off. And then she's still pretty ferocious and fierce and very angry. So now what she does is squeeze her favorite toy as tight as she can. And that's good because that doesn't break anything either. And she feels a little better, helps a little bit. And now she's only this angry. And so the next strategy that she tries is she takes a deep breath. All right, don't hold it too long, and pretends that her brother's fingers are candles. And she blows out the candles with a big breath in and a big breath out. Right? After she blows out all 10 candles, she can blow them out again. It seems like it helps a little bit more. Now she's just a little bit angry, and like we said, after anger comes a little bit of sad. And now she counts backwards from 10, and then all of the anger falls away, and there she is. And she has been Allie all along. Oh, there she is. And she asked for a hug. So those are great strategies, all right? So turn to your neighbor and tell them that they can punch a pillow, they can use the fingers like candles and pretend to blow out the candles, they can count backwards from 10, and then what was one I'm missing, tell your neighbor, all right? Thank you guys for listening, and be sure to use good, healthy strategies the next time you get hot. All right, so we've talked about the zones of regulation, and we got 4 colors. All right, we got green, and that's going to be your more calm or your more contented type feelings. Pleasant, unpleasant can fit in any of these colors. And when you go down, like you're sad or tired or lonely, that's going to be kind of headed down. And then this is the way when your feelings ramp up. So today, what are we talking about, Mr. Stephen?
Today, we are talking about a feeling that lands in this red area. More specifically, angry. But as you can see, you have angry, mad, aggressive, mean, yelling. I mean, they all kind of work together in that area. Mm-hmm. And this might be an expression you have.
Eyebrows pulled together. Yeah, there you go. Do it again, Mr. Stephen. Yeah.
This is when you want to go stomping around.
And stomping, is that an okay thing to do, Mr. Stephen?
Depends.
Well, is anybody getting hurt?
No.
Is anything getting broken?
No.
Are you hurting yourself?
No.
Is that, or so what? So it might be an okay.
I guess I was thinking if you're interrupting other people.
Oh, well, there you have it. That would be a not okay part of it. Yeah. So that would be somebody getting hurt, kind of, maybe interrupting learning or something.
Yeah.
But what else can you do?
Well, we've got a few things here. You can exercise, jumping jacks, run or walk. One of my heroes would say, "See how fast you can go." But you know, basically anything to work out that feeling.
Yeah. Sometimes at school, whenever I was school counselor, we would give somebody the biggest dictionary in the school to carry around, you know, or put it in a backpack and hide down the hall. So sometimes heavy weights like that can help you kind of let the anger kind of drip off of you. Yeah, breathing is always, we did that with the candles and punching a pillow.
Well, that's a good one. Take a break.
Yes, give yourself a time out. And then in the video, the one that I didn't tell you, but I was hoping you could have some tabletop conversation and figure out, that was the squeezing something like a toy or something that nobody gets hurt, nothing gets broken, you don't even hurt yourself, but you can squeeze something really tight. Yeah, not a live thing.
No.
Yeah. All right. So there you have it. This is the one we're concentrating on this week, and we'll visit each color each week during our show.
Right.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
All right, so we were thinking about that Monkey Friends is connect to our chimpanzee story, and with Monkey Friends, they're the ones that are out of control with their emotions and their excitement, and they hurt people and they don't mean to, right? So we wanted to remind you today, what kind of friend are we always trying to be? What kind of friend?
Teddy bear friend.
Yeah! And so a teddy bear friend is that friend that listens, that friend that makes you feel safe and happy and comfortable, and that friend that is just like that special blanket or that special toy that you may have that you sleep with. It makes you feel safe. That's the kind of friend we want to be for one another. And that's the kind of friend that is sharing God's love with the choices that he or she makes.
Thank you for joining us today as we took this journey together. You make this time special for us by just being who you are. Always remember, my dear friends and neighbors, you are beautifully and wonderfully made, special and loved for just who you are. Let your light shine bright and never fade. You are God's children, which means you are all stars. So remember, when the world gets too loud and life starts trying to bring you down, that you can stand up and be proud. For God's love for you can always be found. You can find it in the care of a friend or in the songs of birds in the air. It's in the people to us God sends. It's there forever in all the ways that we care. But remember, that love can be found in you. For you have been made as a special gift. You shine that love bright and true in all the loving acts that you commit. We've enjoyed our time here with you today. Remember that you're loved and you're appreciated. And we thank you for this time. We'll see you next time.